Peace, everybody. What's going on? Maurice, the Jedi Master, is here. Talk to you guys a lot about Star Wars and give my input based off of Star Wars EU, the original EU, not Legends, lore, and incorporate it in a lot of common sense things that Disney and a lot of what EA they're trying to do and why it's not working. And I'm gonna correlate, what EA and what Disney wants, and then correlate, the original EU, from BioWare and stuff like that, and talk about what is, what's not, what shouldn't be, and hopefully I get some views and people will take my opinions and what I say, which is truth, nothing but the truth, into consideration into the future, whether it be making a movie, doing film, whatever the fucking case may be. So without further ado, let's get right into it with episode 7. No one wants to admit it, but this is the fucking truth. The reason why episode 7 is the reason why episode 7 and 8 are trash is because they're not about Luke Skywalker. Okay, the original storyline, how everything went, everything was supposed to lead up to what happened after. All right, like, so people like me and older fans have been waiting for 50 to 40 years plus on pretty much we've been waiting for Luke. Okay, we've seen Anakin, we love Anakin, we love the Clone Wars, we love that, and we love the new Vader film that just came out, the fan Vader film. Technically, that Vader is young. He's technically still Anakin. He hasn't really fully given into the dark side of the Force, and that's why right now I think if you read the comics in the EU, he's not that powerful. Vader isn't that powerful when he's young because he's getting used to the suit. But as he gets new attachments to his suit and, becomes more and more evil, he becomes top 3 Sith Lords of all time. I mean, he could fight without even using his lightsaber. His lightsaber could just do the fighting for him. That's how powerful within the Force he's gotten. He's actually, at the end of episode 5, he's actually technically on the level of the Sith Emperor, if not surpassed him. But he compresses a lot of his Force abilities or his energy away from the Sith Emperor. And without incorporating that, there would be no good Star Wars film. Okay, so let's get that out of the way. So pretty much episode 7, episode 8, I think we all could agree are fucking trash. The Vader film that's only 15 minutes long, 20 minutes long, is better than both of those fucking movies together. It's better than the Solo movie, and it's definitely better than the fucking than Rogue One. Okay, it's definitely better than all 4, honestly, because it's the Star Wars we know and love, with that great music and the Clone War and Clone Troopers and stuff like that, and Vader. And now we get to see Vader as he gets older, and that's pretty cool. But this is going to be a long video, by the way, because, this is a new channel, and I'm going to just keep putting a bunch of Star Wars stuff, because I'm a huge I've been a Star Wars fan since 92. So, yeah, go figure. And, we've been waiting for Luke. We've been waiting for Luke, and, yeah, I heard you. That's my mother, everybody. We've been waiting for Luke. We've been waiting for Luke for like 40 fucking years. We've been waiting for this guy. We wanted, and according to the books of the original EU, in the book lore, it states that after the Empire is destroyed, peace and tranquility returns back to the entire universe. So what does this mean? New technology, new star fighters, new star destroyer ships, new everything. And everything is new and prosperous once again. You don't have those rugged, garbage-looking type of vessels that you see in episode 4, 5, and 6. Because the reason why a lot of, equipment and ships and stuff were like that is because, the Sith have ruled. They were sucking dry the galactic Fed. They were taking up all the resources and money and throwing it into the Death Star. So the entire the galaxy's funding was used for the Empire's resources. So that's why a lot of ships and a lot of things weren't, futurized and cooler looking and stuff like that. That's why if you go to the Old Republic, it seems like they have cool technology, they have cool ships, they have cool stuff. Yeah, because the entire galaxy was flourishing, under the Jedi rule and under the Old Republic. But that's why Episode 4, 5, and 6, I believe, looked the way it did. Now, J.J. Abrams, Rian Johnson, and Kathleen Kennedy, fuck you, had a great opportunity to do something. Okay, they had a great opportunity to tell the original story. Luke's married. Okay, Luke Skywalker has 2 children. Okay, he has a son and a boy. Han Solo and Leia, they never left each other after the defeat of the Empire. Okay, they're together, they're married, and they have 2 children as well. Okay, all 3 of them. One is a pilot. One becomes an exceptional X-wing pilot, or whatever wing pilot. And the 3 of them go to the Jedi Academy, the new formed Jedi Academy under Luke Skywalker. Okay, Ben Skywalker, known as Kylo Ren, leaves the new Jedi Temple, which is established on Yavin 4. Okay, it's established on Yavin 4, not Coruscant. He leaves that fucking planet to go find power. At this time, the Jedi are probably like 10,000, maybe like 8,000, whatever. He goes to an ancient Sith ancient Sith planet, and he accidentally reawakens Naga Sadow, one of the first and most powerful, probably top 5 ancient fucking Sith Lords, okay? That's what he does. Naga Sadow possesses his body, takes over his body, and has him return back to the Jedi, to Yavin 4. When he returns to Yavin 4, that's when he splits the Jedi and the Sith once more. And then if there's 10,000, he doesn't bring everybody. He probably brings like 3,000 Sith or fallen Jedi along with him, and they return to wherever the fuck they're going, right? Now, at this time, there is no galactic war because the Republic is the thing that flourished, and on top of that, these newly found Sith don't have any funding to fund an army or any ships or any of that sort. So really and truly, Episode 9 and 8 should really, and 10 really should just be about the Sith and the fucking and the Jedi. Point blank, period. There should have never been no First Order. There should have never been none of that dumb shit. It should have just been the Sith and the Jedi. Okay? The Jedi have all the funding. They have their newly found temple. They have troopers at their disposal. And the thing is, the troopers, they didn't have to be clones this time around. They could have been humans. You just seen what they did with Finn, right? So that's what time it is, all right? Then from there, then after Episode 7, 8, and 9, then start a war or whatever. They get funding for a war or whatever. They get the Confederate, whatever they want to do, right? But the reason why I'm saying this is because Kathleen Kennedy and the people under Disney and EA clearly did not give a fuck about the fans. And they're going to say, people like me, see my buddy right there? And people like me who've been a fan for 40 years, well, since 92, are wrong. Like, I haven't pumped like hundreds of dollars of my hard-earned money into something that makes me love my life better and enjoy my life better, okay? That's what I don't understand about the creators at Disney. So this is also an example of why you do not have a superpower franchise like Star Wars given to another superpower franchise like Disney, okay? Because at the time when Disney took when Disney was sold Star Wars by George Lucas, Disney has not made a fucking hit since VHS has been popping. Okay, let's be real. Since VHS was popping, was the last time Disney was even fucking relevant. We're on Blu-ray, on Hulu and shit now. No one cares about Disney. No one give a fuck about Frozen. No one give a fuck about any of those. People really did not. The last thing y'all had was Lilo and Stitch. No one gives a fuck about Disney. You know why? Because Disney targets children. And the thing they're not understanding is the children that they did target before are all adults now, like myself. And you still have to appease to the people that really gave you that boom effect in your marketing, in your sales. You can't target a whole other generation of people that don't even have the numbers of the people that were there before them. That don't make no fucking sense. But whatever. So yeah, with that being said, yeah, you don't give a super franchise to another super franchise that has not proven anything and has not done what they needed to do. Okay, what they needed to do was make another great Disney movie, and they haven't done that since 2004, since Dinosaur. Okay, so that was George Lucas's fault, thinking that he would. But I understand George Lucas wanted to make things affordable and cheap. You know, to tell the story of Star Wars. I get it. That's why he did it. But, you know, it's very disrespectful to George Lucas, the way they handled Episode 7 and Episode 8. And now they have to turn on the NOS button, feel me, just for Episode 9, which is stupid, because they had the hype for Episode 7 and Episode 8. If they just stuck to the original storyline, to the books, then, you know, they could have incorporated so much shit. And let's say they even made it the same way they wanted to make it, right? All they had to do, right? All they had to do at the end of the movie, say if they wanted to push that whole female as the force, I'm going to get into that too, because Kathleen Kennedy is a fucking asshole for that. Kathleen Kennedy doesn't give a fuck about female. If she gives a fuck about the female, why didn't you have Karen Fisher? Why didn't you have her role, her character have an honorable death, and why didn't you have all three of the original cast members on screen for the final time, okay, or for the first time in 40 fucking years, 4 decades? So for her to say the Force is female and she cares about females is complete bullshit, because she just cares about her left-wingist LGBTQ, the minority people that don't matter. The only thing that matters to them is the shit that they think matters to everybody else, that shouldn't matter to everybody else. And it's like, listen, motherfucker, we are the majority. We have the high ground. There's 88 million Star Wars fans in this country, okay? And that's in this country alone. Do your research. 88 million Star Wars fans. And guess the fuck what, sweetheart? 80% of those fans are all male. We've been the driving force of Star Wars, okay? My uncle introduced me to Star Wars when on VHS cassette tapes with the gold box, with the limited edition, okay? Got action figures and all that. So for her stupid ass to say the Force is female is retarded. The Force is metachlorians, okay, that are in the air, okay, like air, okay, and they manipulate things, okay? If you can control it, you can get powers from it. So it's not fucking female. Get out of here with that. All right. You don't believe me? Look at your fucking sales. That's why they're going down. And this is why I had to make this fucking channel, to talk common sense and the people. Alright, so, with that being fucking said, where was I? Yeah, so, what they could have done with the movie, Episode 7, even if they made it the same way they made it, they could have, at the end of the fucking movie, extended the movie 30 minutes, right? And have Rey try to convince Luke to train her, and at the end of the movie, when he goes in his house, he's just like, no, I'm not training you because I failed because Kylo Ren and all that shit, right? And he goes in his fucking room, right? And literally in his room, when he's trying to go to sleep, Qui-Gon Jinn appears and as a Force ghost. Yoda appears to him as a Force ghost. Anakin Skywalker appears to him as a Force ghost. Mace Windu appears to him as a Force ghost. Shakti appears to him as a Force ghost. Okay? Like the fucking Avatar. Alright? And have them 5 Jedi Knights, Masters, Grand Masters, talk to him. And then Star Wars or Disney, whatever, they could even incorporate their own Jedi Master that they wanted to tell in a prequel or a sequel in there, and then people would have been like, "Who's that? What's that? What's going on?" All types of shit. They don't fucking think, you know. And then that should have been the cut, like the end scene, like, you know, like or Obi-Wan as the Force goes 2 in there. I got the Obi-Wan, and that should have been a cut end scene, and then everyone would have went fucking ballistic. Everybody would have shut up for Episode 7. Everyone would have been like, "Oh shit, this shit is hot." But no, they didn't even do that. They didn't even give a fuck. So that was very stupid on their part. Then Episode 8, and the thing about it is, there's no romance. There's no romance in this new Star Wars lore or at all. Like, it's just a bunch of bullshit. Okay, for people who dare say Kylo Ren's a bitch. Kylo Ren is going through he's going through self-awareness issues. He don't even know who the fuck he is. Okay, he don't know if he's good, bad, evil, wrong. He don't know if he coming or he going. He dumb. Okay, he don't even have the red eyes of a true Sith Lord or a Jedi who's turned to the Sith. He hasn't turned evil yet. His face isn't nasty. Nothing. Okay, he hasn't had a major victory. Nothing. He is a fucking punk ass. Okay, that's what he is. Rey, we don't know who the fuck Rey is. Rey could have been. They could have incorporated Rey in a way beautiful more way. And according to the books, the lore, EU, when Kylo Ren leaves, or whatever, it comes back, and say they made the movie to the original story of the EU books, right? Then that's when they could have fucking incorporated Rey.